After a billion-dollar hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Happy Monday, hail stalkers. This is lead meteorologist John Choquette here with our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast. I'm sorry we did not do any videos over the weekend. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be crazy. I was honestly going to take the weekend off from doing videos. I had to do other stuff, and unfortunately that's caused Mother Nature to go into hyper overdrive for this past weekend. We started off June very, very strong, and we're going to recap everything that happened on Friday evening through yesterday afternoon. Thanks to C3 Group and Merlin Law Group for sponsoring our videos as always, and you can check out both of their pages in the description below if you're watching us here on Facebook. So our website and our app, again, are live and have been for a while, but if you need some help, especially with any new people coming in, or used us before, or if you haven't used us in a while and you notice everything's kind of different, you can give us a call and we are more than happy to set up a training so you guys are ready to go and are able to use Hail Trace to the best of its abilities. So a lot happened over the weekend. So I'm going to start on Friday. You probably saw our live coverage from the Raleigh storms. Apex was the suburb of Raleigh that was impacted the worst. Greensboro and then Tarboro, North Carolina. There was up to baseball size hail. That was not in Greensboro or Raleigh, but it's actually this Tarboro town and some small towns over there. 115,000 homes impacted. So another good 4-star map for the Raleigh area. Both of these were from near Raleigh, and then this giant hail over here, that was a storm over in the town of Speed, North Carolina, up in the northeastern sections of the state. Yet another good storm, 2 storms, 2 4-star maps over the course of the month of May, and that's how we ended our May. It was surprising. I thought it was going to be a quiet day. It turned out it wasn't. We had over 100 reports that day, thanks mostly to this North Carolina storm. And then the just kept going. I had another 4-star map. It was the gift that kept on giving. Yeah, on Saturday was the surprise day of over almost 200 hail reports. We had Battle Creek, Michigan got blasted with some big time hail. Blissfield, Michigan, and also Toledo, Ohio, which I think in the time that I have been here at Hail Trace, I don't think Toledo, Ohio's had any hail, and they had up to ping pong ball size hail on Saturday afternoon. We had up to 3-inch hails, your biggest hailstones. That was in the Battle Creek area, and about 59,000 homes were impacted. Again, this is probably one of the better storms that Michigan's had in quite a few years. I'm kind of surprised. Look how big, that has some big time hail, and all these pictures from the Battle Creek area. We also had a 4-star map yesterday in our nation's capital in Washington, D.C. This storm I wanted to go live for, but unfortunately this all ramped up very fast. We had 3 storms happening at the same time. Washington, Rockville, Maryland, and Damascus, Maryland. We had up to 2-inch hail with this. It was a 4-star map mainly because, look at that house count. If you haven't been to Washington, D.C. before, it is an extremely densely populated area. 122,000 homes were impacted, and this is probably some of the biggest hail that has impacted the area in quite some time, especially in D.C. proper. Now, granted, this doesn't look super crazy big or anything, but it was definitely very hard hail. If you checked out the video that I shared on our Facebook page, you can hear how hard this hail was. Again, up to 2-inch hail. This being all in the D.C. area is very unusual and a good storm to add to our list. And now we can get in those 3-star maps happen. Yes, Kansas City did get a storm on Saturday. It was definitely not, high-end event by any means. Max hail size was 2 inches, but that was not in Kansas City, Independence, or Olathe. That's actually in one of the rural areas in Kansas City. We had up to maybe some ping pong ball size hail. Overall, a very wide swath of hail. And I messed up the house count on that one. It was a much more than 6,000. It was most of Kansas City. At the very least, it's a brand new date of loss for a lot of the Kansas City metro area. I know you guys are still hanging on, hoping for that big time storm to happen. I was kind of hoping this one was going to be it, but hey, you know what? It was quite a bit of hard hail here across a very large area of Kansas City, so you can check that one out. Another 3-star map, Denver has officially entered hail season with their first 3-star map of the year. Aurora, Denver, Pueblo, up to golf ball size hail fell. This is your classic Denver storm, about 60,000 homes impacted, where we had an absolutely crazy high amount of hail here. Usual, we have, that 10-15 minutes of hail ranging from under quarter size up to, the occasional golf ball. So it just sandblast roofs. You can see it almost looks like snow with the amount that fell. So check that out. And I'm sure Denver, you guys are you're just getting started. You guys made it, I'd say June is when your hail season officially begins. You guys made it less than 24 hours into the month of June before storms happened. Looks like the Dallas, Amarillo, Fort Stockton, Texas. This is all of Texas from on Saturday. We had a 2-inch hail there. And this was in the town of Sanger. So this is a picture from Sanger, Texas. A surprisingly nice little storm there. This is some quarter-size hail. Yes, Dallas itself did get some hail, but it was mostly pretty small, maybe just a new data loss level event. But the Sanger storm looks surprisingly pretty decent for the area. And is this finally? I can't even remember if this is finally. No, this is not finally. We still had more. It's another 3-star map. This one was in Indiana, Goshen, Fort Wayne, and Angola, Indiana. Up to 2-inch hail fell in Goshen. Fort Wayne got a 2-inch hail report, but I think it was mostly around quarter-size hail. 64,000 homes impacted, and these are almost all from this one's from Goshen right here. Probably the best storm in this map. This one was somewhere like right around the border of Ohio and Indiana, and I think this one is from the Fort Wayne area, if I'm not mistaken. So again, Indiana, another great storm. The Great Lakes region really kind of coming out with quite a bit of activity here. And finally, yesterday, we had another 3-star map in Rapid City. They had up to 2.5-inch hail, not in Rapid City itself, just south of them, but Rapid City had up to 2-inch hail and about 13,900 homes impacted. Not exactly the biggest city in the world, but hey, I mean, look at the hail here. This is just in the areas just outside of Rapid City. You had some massive tennis ball size hail. A lot of hail fell across Rapid City, so can check that out as well. I think that's South Dakota's first 3-star map of this year. So again, we had a whole lot of activity over the weekend. A lot of different areas were impacted, so go check it out. Head up, and today, I think it won't be as crazy. It looks like mostly rural areas are at risk. I do have that 5% for Denver, though. Some of the models are showing storms rolling off the mountains, taking off, and moving through. And all it takes is the storms to bubble up just in time to hit the city. So I got 5% chance there. I'm not super confident in it. However, there's probably going forward, anytime there's a risk anywhere around here, Denver is going to be in that risk, and that includes Colorado Springs as well. Denver, Colorado Springs, both 5%. 2% Rapid City. I got 5% Garden City. 2% for Lubbock, Amarillo, and Odessa. I think most of this activity is going to be in New Mexico, where I have 5% in Roswell. I think storms are going to form just on the east side of the mountains that separate Albuquerque from eastern New Mexico. I think we'll get hail probably up to 2 inches diameter in your strongest storms, and eventually it'll turn into a line of storms that'll move towards Oklahoma in the overnight hours. So you can see here that future radar does show some storms trying to fire up by Denver there and down into New Mexico, even up further north, but fairly isolated, and it's going to die out as you get later into the evening hours. So I'm not expecting a crazy day today, and then I don't have a forecast graphic together for tomorrow yet, but it does look like, let me just kind of highlight where I'm thinking we could see storms, Omaha down by Kansas City, east to just north of St. Louis, and then a good chunk of the southern half of Iowa. So a lot more activity to come. Looking at long-range models, looks like we could have quite the busy June as well. Hopefully I can get that forecast out for you guys for June. Fortunately, with things rocking and rolling, it's very hard for me to do anything other than mapping storms and, the priorities, the things happening now versus looking further into the future. So give us a call, visit our Facebook page, hit follow, hit see first so you don't miss any of our updates as always, and call us if you have any comments, questions, or concerns at 855-334-4245. Email us to info@hailtrace.com or visit our website at hailtrace.com for more details. And finally, follow us on Instagram. We do posts on there occasionally as well. Hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. And in the event that something big does actually happen, we'll try to go live if, say, storm does happen in Denver. And if not, I'll see you tomorrow, 12 p.m., like we do every single, at least weekday, here on Hail Trace, on whatever platform you're watching us from. So have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow.